Okay, let's continue with the word of the Most High. Esdras is crying out, y'all. Second Esdras 4:12. It said, Then said I unto him, it were better that we were not at all. So it would be better that we weren't even born, than that we should live still in wickedness, and to suffer, and not to know wherefore. He answered me and said, I went into a forest, into a plain, and the trees took counsel. So he went into a forest, and the plain, and the trees took counsel. I mean, this is deep. It's already deep when you say weight of a flame. Measure the streams under the bottom of the ocean. Can't nobody go down there to do that. And so forth and so on. That he said no man could do that. Verse 13, he answered me and said, I went into a forest, into a plain. And the trees took counsel. So the trees taking counsel, talking to each other. And said, Come, let us go and make war against the sea, that it may depart away before us, and that we may make us more woods. So let's go have a war with the sea. Push it back. We can have more trees. We can have more forests in the woods. The floods of the sea also in like matter took counsel and said, Come, let us go up and subdue the woods of the plain. So he said, let's rise up and have war with the trees. That there also we may make us another country. The thought of the wood was in vain, for the fire came and consumed it. Looking at the water, not thinking about the fire. Counsel of the forest, the trees in the forest was vain, worthless, good for nothing. Because the fire came and consumed it, burned all the trees down. Verse 17, the thoughts of the floods of the sea came likewise to naught or nothing, for the sand stood up and stopped them. Sand stood up and stopped the sea. If thou wert judge now between these two, who would have thou begin to justify? Or whom would have thou condemn? I answered and said, so which one was right? Which one was wrong? I answered and said, verily, truly, it is a foolish thought that they both have devised. For the ground is given into the wood, and the sea also has his place to bear his floods. And answered he to me, and said, Thou hast given a right judgment, but thy judgest thou not thyself also. You gave a right judgment. Now you need to judge yourself. For like as the ground is given unto the wood and the sea to his floods, even so they that dwell upon the earth may understand nothing. Hear that? We that dwell upon the earth shall understand nothing but that which is upon the earth. And he that dwelleth above the heavens may only understand the things that are above the height of the heavens. And you know, angelic beings understand angelic things that are above the heavens. Then answered I and said, I beseech thee, O Master, O power, let me have understanding. Give me the understanding. For it was not my mind to be curious of the high things, but of such as pass by us daily, namely, wherefore Israel is given up as a reproach or a disgrace to the heathen, and for what cause the people whom thou hast loved is given over unto unrighteous nations, and why the law of our forefathers is brought to naught, the law of our forefathers that the Most High gave to our forefathers brought to nothing. And the written covenants come to none effect. The written covenants, the written contract that the Most High gave to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, to the 12 tribes of Israel come to be nothing, of none effect. And we pass away out of the world as grasshoppers. And our life is astonishment and fear. And we are not worthy to obtain mercy. What will he then do unto his name whereby we are called? Thou shalt. Of these things have I asked. Then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel. For the world hasteth fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised, excuse me, that are promised to the righteous. The world cannot comprehend the things that's promised to the righteous in time to come. In time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. See, the evil is sown in the world, but the destruction of the evil and the things that they have caused in this world has not come yet. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. That's why I let you know. Look at 1 Corinthians 15:42. 1 Corinthians 15:42. So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption. We in this come in this world, these corrupt bodies and corruption, all the evil that's and wickedness that's around us, it is raised in corruption. It is sown in dishonor. It is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness. It is raised in power. It is sown a natural body. It is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. So it is written. The first Adam, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. We just read him, breathe the breath of life into him. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit, a Mashiach Yahushua. See, howbeit that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural, the natural man. And after that which is spiritual, meaning Mashiach Yahushua coming to show us how to please the Most High and keep it being an example of us to show us that it can be done. First man is of the earth, earthly. Remember the Most High made Adam from the dust? The second man is the Mashiach Yahushua from heaven, coming from heaven to Joseph, to Mary, to in this earth, but he's heavenly, he's spiritual. And as is the earthly, such are they also that are earthly. And as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. That's what the angel was telling them. See, as we have borne, carried the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. That's why I say he made us in his image, in his likeness. But we transgressed against him, so he said, hey, you're going to die now, Most High will never die. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Neither does corruption inherit incorruption. See? Behold, I show you a mystery, something that's unknown again, a secret. We shall not all sleep. We not all go to sleep. But we shall all be changed. You know that? We all gonna be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, to live forever. And we shall be changed from this corruptible, for this corruptible must put on incorruption. This mortal body must put on immortality. And this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, And this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass, saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Straight up, living, able to live forever and ever and ever. That's what this is all about. If you really about it. Is real? Are you real? Are you fake and phony? That's what it's saying. Look, going back to 2 Esdras 4 and 29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. That's these incorruptible bodies that's going to live and have immortality forever and ever and ever. As we just read. Making that great change. For the grain of evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning. So the grain of evil seed was sown in Adam from the beginning. And how much unrighteousness has it brought up unto this time? And how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come, the harvest? Or threshing means reaping the remnant of the 12 tribes of Israel, the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. Ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed has brought forth. Look how many evil people in this world today. And when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they feel? So when he kill them, how great a floor are they going to be as they cut down? Then I answered and said, how? And when shall these things come to pass? Wherefore are our years few and evil? And he answered me, saying, do not thou hasten above the most highest. Don't be trying to rush the most high. For thy haste is in vain to be above him. For thou hast much exceeded. Did not the souls also of the righteous ask questions of these things in their chambers, saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion? When cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward? And unto these things Uriel the archangel gave them answer and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he hath weighed the world in the balance. He will find and weigh the world out in the balance. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times. And he does not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. That's why Mashah told you, only the Most High knows the time, the hour, the day, when he's going to send him back to bring salvation to Israel and set up a righteous kingdom on this earth. That's what he's telling you. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he, the Most High, numbered the times. And he does not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. He ain't doing nothing until the said measure be fulfilled. Then answered I and said, O power, Uriel, archangel of the Most High, that beareth rule, even we all are full of impiety. And for our sakes, peradventure, perhaps, it is that the floors of the righteous are not filled, because of the sins of them that dwell upon the earth. So he answered me and said, go thy way to a woman with child, and ask of her when she hath fulfilled her 9 months, if her womb may keep the birth any longer within her. He cold. He said, hey, go ask a woman that's pregnant, and she having them contractions after her 9 months, tell her to keep that baby inside of her. Then said I, no, Uriel, archangel of the Most High, that can she not. She can't keep that baby inside of her. And he said unto me, in the grave, the chambers of souls are like the womb of a woman. In the grave, the chambers of souls like the womb of a woman. For like as a woman that travaileth maketh haste to escape the necessity of the travail, a woman that's having contractions, they hurting, they say that pain is beyond imagination. They want to hurry up and get that baby out of her. Even so do these places haste to deliver those things that are committed unto them. They want to hurry up and get up out of wherever they are. From the beginning, look, what thou desire to see, it shall be showed thee. And answered I and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, and if it be possible, and if I be meet, therefore, if I be right, therefore, show me then whether there be more to come than is past, or more past than is to come. So there's more people that have lived on the earth in the past, or there's more to come in number. Those are going to come in the future. What is past, I know. But what is for to come, I know not. I don't know the future, but I know the past. And he said unto me, stand up upon the right side. Stand upon the right side, and I shall expound a similitude unto thee. So I stood and saw, and behold, an hot burning oven passed by before me. And it happened that when the flame was gone by, I looked, and behold, the smoke remained still. Can you imagine that? Say a hot burning oven passed by him. And the flame, the smoke remained still. Say the flame was gone by. And I looked, behold, the smoke remained still. The smoke of the fire was still there. After this, there passed by before me a watery cloud, and sit down much rain with a storm. So now you're seeing a cloud and much rain coming down like a storm. And when the stormy rain was past, the drops remained still. So when you imagine the smoke is still there, now the cloud that brought forth all this rain, and seeing the drops of rain before his eyes. They remain still. Then said he unto me, consider with thyself, as the rain is more than the drops, and as the fire is greater than the smoke. But the drops and the smoke remain behind. So the quantity which is past did more exceed. Hear that? So the quantity which is past did more exceed. Then I prayed and said, wow, it means there's more people that live in the past that's going to live in the future. There's 8 billion people on earth now. Woo. He says, so the quantity which is past did more exceed. It says, then I prayed and said, may I live, thinkest thou, until that time? Or what shall happen in those days? He answered me and said, as for the tokens whereof thou askest me, I may tell thee of them in part. But as touching thy life, I am not sent to show thee, for I do not know it. So I'm only can deal with you on what it is that I was sent to do. He answered me and said, as for the tokens whereof thou askest me, I may tell thee of them in part. But that's because we know in part and prophesy in part. He didn't give you the whole thing. But he gave Esdras a lot, a whole lot. But as touching thy life, I am not sent to show thee. Touching Esdras' life, say, I'm not sent to show you that. For I do not know it. I do not know it. Most had to reveal that to him. So that's pretty deep when you think about it. As far as Esdras' mindset, and as we continue to go through this, you're going to see that Esdras changed a lot in his thinking and the way he recognized himself as a child of the Most High, son of the Most High, prophet of the Most High. Very interesting. I hope that was edifying. I hope you were able to get something out of that and go over it and look at it, what it is. All praise to the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua. And if you'd like more information, you can reach me, Priest Thaahwam, at P.O. Box 20012, Long Beach, California, 801-3012, or you can call me at 562-235-1226. With that, I'm out. Shalom.